Ladies and gentlemen, we are like 10 days away or something to the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, and that's very exciting. But today we have some very interesting updates, rumors, and super exciting leaks. This is stuff we've all been kind of waiting for. Yeah, we should just go ahead and get right into this video. This is all of the Nintendo Switch 2 accessories I have been sent so far. Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. So people ask me, what have we pre-ordered for accessories for the Switch 2? None. So even though this is quite a bit, I'm trying to have like 5 or 6 times this and make the ultimate Switch 2 accessory video. That should be fine. Yeah, Switch 2, man. It's right around the corner, and we have a very interesting video. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our communities growing. And later today, I have a video about Skyrim coming out, and I would love for you to check that out. Let's go ahead and get into this video. So I actually have some first-hand Nintendo Switch 2 news for once. I know, crazy. Mr. Robot Joe is the source. Well, kinda, because I got the information from somebody else, but I'm the source of the source, so yeah, that's basically like the next best thing. I went to Best Buy today just to see what kind of games they had on sale for the Switch, because we're like 10 days away, and I need a game to play for the next 10 days, and I was looking at some games on sale, and then I went up and talked to the, I think the manager there, and that's where I am getting my midnight release from, is from Best Buy. So they told me to get there early and all that good stuff, like 11:30, 11:45. But I asked them, hey, can you see how much consoles you're gonna have, like for people who did not get a pre-order? And the guy was very sweet, very kind. At first I could tell he didn't want to do it, but sitting there talking with him for a minute, he was like, you know what, I got you, man. And then he called over his earpiece and talked to some people in the back. And his exact words were, we're getting between 1 and 150 Switch 2s for people who did not pre-order them. And they can come there at midnight and buy those consoles. So if you did not get a pre-order, Best Buy is having consoles the same time people are picking up their pre-order. I really want to make sure everybody who wants a console can get one. Now, we have like the opposite end of the spectrum right now. I have some bad news for people, or I guess more of a cautionary tale. If you got this console already pre-ordered, especially from Walmart, I've seen this problem happen, I'm not even kidding, like 4 or 5 times from Walmart. And maybe you are anticipating this console and you can't stop thinking about it, and you want to make sure that your pre-order went through because I would figure by now, like the money has came out of your account, but some people are saying the money has still not came out. That's why I used PayPal when I did my pre-order, because it took the money out immediately. But some people are thinking, well, the money's not out yet, so I'm going to contact Walmart. And keep in mind, this has happened multiple times now. People are messaging Walmart, like on the website, the little chat where you can talk to like a Walmart employee or whatever, and they're asking about the Switch 2. Like, why isn't the payment out? Is the pre-order going good? Everything like that. And they're having a normal conversation. The moment they're getting off this chat with the people at Walmart, every single person that I've seen do this has had their pre-order canceled by Walmart. So I don't know if it's some kind of glitch in the system that's doing this, but just in case you have pre-ordered this console and you haven't heard any news and you're curious and you just want to reach out to them, my advice would be just to be patient and chill out, because if you contact them, there's like a high probability they might cancel your pre-order. So yeah, crazy stuff happening. Now, before we get into 2 major Switch 2 like leaks or rumors or whatever, this console launch is going to be insane. We already know this, right? I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But it's cool to put it in perspective for the Nintendo Switch, because I did not get a Nintendo Switch at launch. I got mine in 2018. I've told this story a million times and I'm still talking about it now. But it's cool to put it in perspective. Let's look at the whole launch going on in Japan, because this is crazy to me. So an estimated 1.2 million Switch 2 units are being allocated for Japan at launch. To put this in perspective, the Switch sold 330,000 units at launch. PS2 sold 600,000, which is the current record. The PS2, man, what a cool time that was back in the day. I remember people buying it just for the whole sake of it being a DVD player. You gotta remember, DVD players were like $500 back then. I don't know how much the PS2 was. I want to say like $350 or $400 or somewhere around there. Maybe $200 or $250. I don't remember. But I know it was like the cheaper option to get a DVD player. we're off track now. 1.2 million Switch 2s just for Japan alone. I think the Nintendo Switch sold like 2 million consoles in the first month or first week or something, like around the world. And now the Switch 2 is just 1.2 million in Japan. In America, I'm gonna say 4 million consoles are being sold, man. The hype is crazy. I also went to GameStop today as well as Best Buy, and I went up there and pre-ordered Cyberpunk because I forgot to do it. And there was just people coming in the store non-stop, like asking about the Switch 2. Like, is it too late to pre-order? It probably is. Can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get the third? Like, the hype is just crazy, and it feels like old times in gaming. So we're right around the corner. Quickly, before we move on, I just want to show you this picture of Switch 2 games arriving in stores. This is in Spain, I believe, and it's so cool to see. It's like, it's right there. With the wrapping on the case, I feel like I can reach out and touch it. It's like, oh, I've got a Switch 2 game in my hands. Now, before we get into the major news I want to talk about, there's an update directly from Nintendo, and I think it might point towards like more coming in the future. I gotta learn better words in the English language. More coming in the future, that does not sound right. I think it points towards an expansion coming in the future. Bear with me here. So this is Donkey Kong Bananza from Europe, I believe. And as you can see, they use the PEGI system over there. You can see it's rated 7 with a little fist right here because Donkey Kong is beating the hell out of stuff. But it also has this little debit card thing right here. And this means there is in-game purchases. Like, to be aware that you can purchase stuff in-game. So maybe you have a kid, if your card's attached to that, they might run up a credit card bill, right? This makes me think one of two things. One, which is probably more likely, but I don't know at the same time because I just don't see them going that route. But gaming is in a weird place now. Maybe you'll buy skins for Donkey Kong, but it makes me want to like throw up just saying that. That's probably not the case, right? If you can unlock anything in this game, it's probably going to be just play, collect some bananas, and get some outfits or whatever. The other option would be because Donkey Kong Bananza is going to get DLC. That's why you would have to buy this, right? DLC is coming out, it's $10 or $15. Boom. Put your credit card on there. Okay, well, since we're doing that, we have to put this rating right here. That sounds like super realistic when you think about it. So there's so many options they could go with this game. Yeah, this game does not come out until July, I think. We could get DLC by like September or something, October. So time will tell on this, but I do find this very interesting. Now the major news I wanted to talk about is a Nintendo Direct. I was almost like certain we were going to get one this month. I don't think we've ever got one in May though, so, you know, that was just me like hoping we would get one. I know we've got some in June before, and the Switch 2 comes out in June, and Summer Games Fest is June 6th, I think? There's just so much going on, right? Well, there's a Nintendo Direct coming in June, and it's pretty much confirmed by like a super credible leaker. This is over on Famaboards, but PH Brazil was in a live stream, and he just straight up said, there will be a Nintendo Direct on the Switch 2 launch week or the week after. I don't think it makes sense to have it on the launch week just because there's so much going on, right? They want to make sure people buy the games they need to get the consoles out. That has to be an eternal nightmare to have it the same week as the Switch 2 launch. Now they could, and everything I'm sure would go fine, but I think it makes more sense to have it the week after. It's like, okay, the dust has settled a little bit, the consoles are out, people are playing them, we've done firmware updates, we've done everything we need to do. Let's get the ball rolling on this generation. And with Summer Games Fest happening June 6th, and a Nintendo Direct happening the following week, and Nate the Hate and a bunch of other people saying the Xbox games are coming to the Switch too, I think we're definitely going to see that happen. I think we're definitely going to see Ubisoft show up with Assassin's Creed Shadows, probably some more Square Enix, more Bandai Namco, just so much more. And then, I don't even know, like within a month, we'll probably see a lot more third parties showing up. But yeah, I think this Nintendo Direct is going to be better than the Switch 2 Direct. The Switch 2 Direct was to welcome you to the Switch 2, right? To show you the console, show you what it's about. Okay, that's cool, we know what the console is. Show me some freaking games, man. Get me excited. Because, I'll be honest, I'll probably make a video about it. I don't think the launch for the Switch 2 is that strong, all things considered. I know it's unpopular, but I just have like this urge to talk about that. So I'll probably make a video this week about that. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments, I'd love to hear from you guys. Remember, I'm giving away a Switch 2 in July, another one closer to the holidays, eShop gift cards every single Saturday for the entire year. And I made a Skyrim video and it'll be out later today, so please watch that if you get a chance because it was really fun making it. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.